What's up, guys? Brian back from the PT channel here to talk about The Walking Dead, the actors, the cast, the role, the director, writer, creator, Frank Darabont, and just some different things we came across that it's kind of pretty interesting. And it's related to the movie The Mist, came out in 2007, and it kind of changed the complexity of the cast, the show, and everything there too. So basically, The Mist is a movie, came out in 2007, based on the Stephen King's novel The Mist, and it was directed and produced by Frank Darabont, who created The Walking Dead with Robert Kirkman. And there, Stephen King's The Mist has Andrea and Dale in there. So the actors who play those parts from The Walking Dead were both in the movie. That people seem to know that a little bit. Did you see The Mist? Have you seen it on there too? You see Andrea and Dale there as well. Jeffrey Dunham or DeMunn and Laurie Holden are the actors. The Mist is okay. It's a decent movie on there too. It stars Thomas Jane. He's the Punisher. He's in Hung, and he's in a bunch of other things. But we'll talk about him in a minute. But basically, it's an okay movie. It's got a decent story, decent acting. Stephen King movie. But it also has a couple other actors that some people didn't catch. Those are the two that most people see. But Morales is in it right there. He's a smaller part in there as well. Morales, his name in the movie is actually Morales as well, so very limited carryover to The Walking Dead. Frank Darabont brought some of these people over, part of The Walking Dead, the movie, like working with them, so why not? Morales left The Walking Dead in season 1, haven't seen him since. But we got Andrea, Dale, and look, it's Carol. Carol wasn't really a big actress at the time, really not there too, but Melissa McBride, she decided to get a little role there too, so she's not even there's not even a role or a part really for the movie. She is listed as woman with kids at home. That is the part she has. And she's a small little part in the supermarket. So if you've seen the movie, you know that it really takes place a lot in the supermarket or they're in a small town. But there's just a picture of Carol, Rick, Andrea, the group in season 1, and Andrea there too. So cheers. It's kind of cool to see them all together. But a little thing we saw too in the season 1 cast photo, there's no Morales or Carol in the photo. But you see Sophia and Jim and a couple other people there too, Jackie even in there. But Frank Darabont was director and wrote season 1 and 2 of The Walking Dead. He was fired during season 2 from the show, but he still has a writing creator credit on there today. AMC and Frank Darabont didn't work. Basically, Darabont was fired from The Walking Dead. That's a whole other video on that. But basically, AMC wanted to cut some costs, and he didn't want to do that. Dale, actually, Jeffrey DeMunn, wanted to leave after he was going to be fired, that Frank Darabont was leaving, but he tried to talk out of it, but he was killed on there as well. So Sam Whiter, how you say it, he was Private Jessup on it. Does he look familiar at all? He had a very small part in The Walking Dead, season 1, and there he is. He was the soldier in the tank with Rick. When Rick goes in there and Glenn finds him, he's like, "Hey, dumbass," that's the tank that he's in, and he's the soldier there. Sam Whitwire, however you want to say his name, I'm not sure, but basically there he is. When Rick shoots him and kills him, and that's him out of The Walking Dead, but there's another little part there for it. So there's a big connection between The Mist and The Walking Dead by Frank Darabont. So if you haven't seen The Mist, definitely check it out. But the big thing about it is that never actually happened was Rick Grimes. Andrew Lincoln versus Thomas Jane. Thomas Jane was up for the role of Rick Grimes because Frank Darabont was a huge part of season 1 and 2 in the casting. We all know it's Andrew Lincoln now, or Andy Lincoln, or whatever, the British sensation there too, and he's a great Rick Grimes. I think he's great. There was like, Carl. He says things a little crazy, but Thomas Jane was offered the role of Rick Grimes, and he turned it down because he was already in the movie of Hung. He was the Punisher. He was a decent Punisher. We thought he could pull it off. I'm not sure if you haven't seen that one. It actually takes place in Florida, filmed here, right where kind of I live. So it's kind of cool. But like I said, he took the HBO show Hung. HBO Hung was on 2009 to 2011. Kind of a mistake, clearly. The Walking Dead started in 2010, so he could have changed and took that role. But we got a good Rick Grimes, even if his English accent gets in the way. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks, guys, and post your comments below.